Our founding fathers left us with deep teachings and convictions, and now we must summon the teachings as we reimagine our nation today. We have achieved the dreams of the founding fathers as captured in sessional paper number 10 of 1965 and revived in sessional paper number 1 of 1986. Further, I believe we have made admirable progress in the implementation of our own Vision 2030 as my administration implements the Big Four agenda. But truth be told, that this vision comes to an end in 9 years. So the urgency for a new vision, a new dream, is therefore real. Like Kenya in its 50s, the Holy Bible required nations to hit the reset button every 50 years. On the 50th year, we are told, all debts were forgiven, slaves were set free, and all land was left unattended. This action brought renewal to the soul of the nation, healing to the land, and a fresh vision to its people, and they called it the Year of Jubilee. But for us, fellow Kenyans, to craft this new dream and to prepare for the next great leap forward, we need to finish what our founding fathers had started. And this is what we set out to do in our quest to uproot the remnants of ignorance, poverty, and disease in our midst. This inspired my administration's transformative agenda for the nation, the Big Four. And allow me just to give you only 3 examples of unfinished business started by our founding fathers and which we today are endeavoring to complete. The first one is infrastructure, the backbone and the enabler of any economy. And by this I mean roads, rails, ports, and so on. At independence, we had only 1,800 kilometers of tarmac road. This is what our colonizers had built in 78 years of their occupation between 1885 and 1963. This means that all their endeavors for 78 years, they only managed to tarmac a total of 23 kilometers a year. After independence, our founding fathers built an extra 11,200 kilometers of tarmac roads over a period of 50 years. This was about 10 times what the colonizer had done. But with better technology, planning, and efficiencies, my administration has built 1,000 kilometers of tarmac road every year. That is 44 times more than what the colonial administration built, and more than 4 times what the first 3 administrations built collectively per year. While we take pride in this achievement, I am cognizant of the fact that this could not have been done without the support of you, all my fellow Kenyans, and still recognize that there are more roads to be built. Regarding ports, our founding fathers saw them as gateways to regional and international markets. Apart from the Port of Lamu, which we have added to our number of ports and which will change regional trade dynamics, we have also re-envisioned the port of Kisumu. This port was built by the colonizers but collapsed at some point. We have since, working together with local leaders, revived it for strategic purposes. Lake Victoria serves both the northern and southern corridors, and with this port, Kenya can serve the region from Mwanza to Bukoba in Tanzania, to Jinja and Entebbe in Uganda, to Muhoma Bay in Rwanda at affordable costs and decent timing. Beyond serving the region, the port is poised to also promote the shipbuilding and repair industry in Kenya. It will also catalyze the development of other small ports. And what I'm proud of most is that we did this revival with dead capital. And in this I mean, we redeveloped this port using local expertise and material. Turning to railways now. This is where my biggest critiques reside, but that is okay, for they are not alone. They are in fellowship with the colonizers who called our railway the Lunatic Express. But those who called it the railway to nowhere did not realize at that time that they were describing this great city of Nairobi. Nairobi, indeed, at the time was nowhere when the railway was being constructed. In fact, it was nothing but a swamp. And that is why Sir Charles Eliot, the man who supervised the building of the railway, observed, "It is not uncommon for a country to create a railway, but it is indeed uncommon for a railway to create a country." End of quote. Nairobi, and indeed most of our country, were created by the railway. And that is why, apart from the SGR, I am also reviving the defunct Nairobi-Nyanyuki railway line that traverses 6 counties. We are also in the process of rehabilitation of the Naivasha to Malaba meter gauge line, which is also about to commence. This rehabilitation of these central railway lines is part of a bigger development strategy to link the hinterlands, not only of Kenya, but of our region, with Lamu Port, our port in Mombasa. And that is why the Southern Sudan-Ethiopia transport corridor continues to remain important. I believe that when this happens, then Kenyans can expect new markets to emerge along these railway lines and new cities to blossom in response.